What's good? What's good? Good evening, y'all. How y'all doing, YouTube family? Today is the 6th of January, y'all. We in 2025. So I just wanted to get up here and do a video and tell y'all how YouTube helped me find my niche. I kind of already knew what my niche was, but they really helped me find my niche. And I'm gonna give y'all some of the people that I follow that helped me even more. And if it wasn't for YouTube, I probably would have never known these people, followed them, found them, got information from them, or anything of that nature. So my journey started right after COVID. Like literally, it was literally right before or right after COVID hit. I think it was a little before COVID had hit, because I was doing it and then I had to stop doing it. So I started before COVID hit. Okay, back in 2020. So excuse me, it's been about time go by so fast, almost 5 years then since I've been doing it or something like that. But anyway, I started doing it in my car before it got totaled. And my car just got totaled 2024, April of 2024, last year. So I had a 2019 Toyota Avalon, the sports edition. So I started doing Uber. Uber was basically the first gig app that I really started doing. And I was only doing the food. I wasn't doing Uber ride shares or anything like that, because I was like, I don't want nobody in my car. So I started doing Uber, and I got to platinum. I guess that's the top where you start getting bonuses and stuff like that. So I was doing that, and I could say I was making good money. I was bringing in about 600, and I was doing it part-time, like after work, maybe 2-3 hours here and there. Once in a while I would do maybe like all day on my off day. Maybe one of my off days I would do all day, maybe like 8 or 10 hours, delivering the food and everything. So something told me, because you can find any and everything on YouTube. So something told me to, check out YouTube, and I'd be on YouTube anyway. So I was like, let me start looking up gig work, stuff like that. So I started learning about other apps, and I'm gonna give y'all, I have a long list of people that I follow that helped me decide that this is something that I really want to do. Because one, I like to drive. If you don't like to drive, this ain't gonna be for you. I like to drive, and I like to travel. So depending on what app I do, I also get to go to different states every now and then. So some of the people that I follow, I'm gonna give y'all a list of some of the people that I follow first. The first person, and this guy, I love him. He's Jerome. He is so funny. But his most of y'all probably know Cars and Cribs. Him. I follow Mark the Mentor, because I also want to get into some type of stock and crypto. That's gonna come later on. But Cars and Cribs was the first one. Mark the Mentor, Reggie Run It Up. I got a list, y'all. Giga Bite NYC, Pat Gigtainment, Shawn In Town, Daily Grind with the Grams, the Gig Geezer. The Gig Geezer gives a lot of good information on his channel as well. Big CJ started about 2 years ago. I think he said 2-3 years ago. Every day I'm Russelin, not hustling, Russelin. Every day I'm Russelin. Toya Drives, Stick With Us Delivery, Tony Ruiz, Daeron Myers, Eagle Express, Boss Up with K, Gen Wealth Services, GEN, Gen Wealth Services, Expediting America, Mr. RTB, Believe Gig Works, and now I added to the list DoDash because I like her too. She's motivational, very motivational young lady. So those are like all of the people that I follow, and those are all of the people that help me, like gave me a plethora of information. And like I said, I'm in a cargo van now, but it took me about 4 years to get this cargo van, y'all. I don't want anyone to just jump out there and get a cargo van like a lot of people did, and now they stuck with these high payments on these cargo vans and this high insurance and stuff like that. So I one for one do not recommend that. But YouTube put me in touch with all of these people. All of these people gave me a plethora of information to learn about different gig apps, learn about different ways of doing things, especially Giga Bite NYC. Him and what's his name? I just said his name. Gigabytes NYC and Believe Gig Works. They taught me how to stack. Well, they call it dirty stack orders on Roadie, or dirty stack from different apps. And YouTube also, because of YouTube, I've learned, because of YouTube, of following these people, finding them on YouTube and following them, has taught me how to multi-app. That's how I get to make so much money fast. Even when I had my car, y'all, I was making $200-300 a day. I went to Atlanta one day and made $300 in less than 8 hours in my not my SUV, because I have an SUV as well, in my sedan before it got totaled, like I said. So I went to Atlanta because I also work Atlanta in the Charlotte area. I don't just stay here in South Carolina because I go where the money's at. So I went to Atlanta. I said, let me try out Atlanta. I had tried out Charlotte on one of my off days. The next off day, I tried Atlanta. I made about close to 300 in Charlotte, but I made a little over 300 in Atlanta in less than 8 hours in a sedan. So for people that say it's not possible, don't let nobody stop you from doing what you want to do. It's possible to make that type of money. And I was multi-apping while I was out there in Atlanta and in Charlotte. I was multi-apping. I keep all my apps open. And I just, like, another thing that you need to know is you need to really, really know your area. That is a plus, especially when you multi-apping. You really have to know where you live. You have to know the areas. You have to know the little cities, towns, whatever you want to call it, that surrounds you. You really have to know in order how to multi-app, because let's say I'm on Roadie going towards Anderson. Like today, for instance, it happened to me today. I had an app. It was Roadie and it was freight. I had a pickup here in Easley, here in the Easley area, taking it to Anderson, right? And that was on Roadie. Pick up tires, take it to Anderson, drop it off. I had a freight pickup in Anderson, dropping off in Anderson. Multi-apping. That's how you multi-app. If you see it's going in the same direction, or you're going to be in that same vicinity, boom. So when I picked up the order and easily dropped it off in Anderson, boom, dropped it off. My pickup for freight was only maybe like 1.5 miles, 2 miles from where I dropped that off. You really need to know your area. You really need to know the cities surrounding, going east, west, north, south, whatever. Like, I've only been out here 6 years, going on 6 years, and I basically know going north are these towns, going south are these towns. In my area, I know what's around in in the Greenville area where I live. Easily Pickens, I know where to go. Bowling Springs is here, Spartanburg, you know what I'm saying? Gaffney, going that way, boom, boom, boom. Going this way, we got Piedmont, Easily, what is it? Anderson, all of them going in another direction. Pels are going in that direction, going south. You know what I'm saying? So I know my area and how to work it. And these apps and the people on the YouTube help me to realize that's a major point that you need to know when you're doing these apps. Now, every day is not going to be the same. You're not going to make the same amount of money every day. There's days where I only get one job. That one job might pay me 70 something, 60 something, 50 something, 100 and something. It depends. That one job might pay me 200 and something. Okay. Also, I do catering apps. I don't like those DoorDash and Uber Eats anymore. Grubhub. I don't like those type of food orders. I don't do any of those type of food orders. The only type of food orders I do is catering, because catering pays the most. Catering pays the best. I've had catering orders where I get paid $22 the least. I've had catering orders where I got paid $300 and something dollars, almost $400 for one order. And this is not, several orders. This is just for one order. And it takes maybe, like, sometimes it'll say set up, but you really don't, because the people will be like, oh, just put it on the table and I'll set it up. Just take your picture and, you can go, or they'll come out and meet you outside with a cart or something like that and take it inside the building, because they don't allow, people that don't work there in the building, or whatever the case may be. But I've learned a lot on YouTube. Till this day, I constantly, continuously watch, still, cargo van, even box truck. And I don't even have a box truck. Don't have the desire to want to get a box truck either. I can't say don't have the desire. Well, right now I don't have the desire to want to get a box truck, but I watch a lot of these videos still to this day. I still watch all of these people. Yes, I do. I watch all of these people still till this day. I watch all of their videos, because things are changing continuously, especially now that we're in a recession and so many things is going on with the transportation business and the expediting business and all of that stuff, dispatching, whatever you want to call it. So much is going on. So much is changing. Like, when people tell me, people that started prior to myself, before I even started doing tire deliveries, parcel deliveries, medicine, medical delivery, a lot of people was like, we're not getting paid as much anymore. My thing is, I don't know what you were doing with your money, but to me, when I hear a lot of people talk like that, it's like, the first thing that comes to my mind is, you're probably living beyond your means. You was making all that money, didn't know how to manage that money, didn't invest that money, and now that you're not making that kind of money anymore, you bitching about it. So I've been hearing a lot of that stuff on YouTube and everything. It's not the same. Don't get into the cargo van business. Don't join gig work. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't never let nobody stop you from doing what you want to do. If that's what you want to do it. And do it to the best of your ability. I'm going to give y'all some numbers. I didn't really start calculating. I only have the last 5 months of the year, because I really didn't start writing down what I make every day until August. I started doing it in August. So from August to December is 5 months. Okay, 5 months of income, and you really can say that this is a calculation of 4 months because I did a total of 33 days off within those 5 months, because I took 7 days off in August, 7 days off in September, 3 days off in October, 10 days off in November, and 6 days off in December. Okay, so that's a total of 33 days. So you might as well say I took a month off. So it's really a calculation of 4 months. And within those 4 months, working it part-time, very part-time, like, after work, days that I had off, I would work it full-time, stuff like that. But majority, days off, it was plenty of days where I only did one gig. It was plenty of days where I only did maybe like 2 or 3 or 2 to 4 gigs in a day. It wasn't a whole plethora of gigs every day. Like I told you, everything it changes on a daily basis. So anyway, within those months, I have a gross total of $18,745.36 that I made. Okay, and like I said, I have a W-2, so I was working my W-2 at the same time. So there is money out there, because if I could make, especially out here in Greenville, South Carolina, and like I said, some days I'll go to Atlanta, some days I'll go to Charlotte, but my calculations are, I would say, 97% Greenville area, Greenville and surrounding area. I really didn't go to Atlanta. I went to Atlanta maybe once or twice this year. And I went to Charlotte a little bit more, but not even that much more. But yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, after my car got totaled, and how they say in these videos, they say on YouTube that the bigger the vehicle, the more money you make. When my car got totaled in April, I got a little SUV, a Nissan Rogue. And when I tell you, my money went up substantially, it did. I can now carry, I was having 75-inch TVs in my car, in my SUV. I was carrying toilets, bathroom sinks with the cabinet on the bottom. I had one of those and a toilet in the back of my Rogue, so I know what could fit and what can't fit. I've had 10 tires, car tires, in my vehicle, and these wasn't no little tires, and I had 10 at one time in my vehicle. They called me, at one of the tire places, they called me the Beast, because I'll get some stuff in there. When I did them 10 tires, they was like, yo, you really got it in there. Yeah, I did. I'm about my paper now. I ain't gonna pass up no money. I'm gonna deliver these tires. But I had just got, last year I just got the Jeep after my car got totaled. And I also, in November, I got my van. Now, where I got my van from was because I met on YouTube Stick With Us Delivery. And I got it from the place that he sends all of his mentors. I had to go all the way to Fort Lauderdale, Florida to pick this van up. And on the way home, it was funny. On the way home, and I stressed that you have to have you have to be a people person in this business as well, because you're dealing with the public. Um, if you're not a people person, you're not nice or can be nice, and you always grumpy and always have an attitude. This ain't the business for you. And I say this to say, because I had an incident where I had a guy from a company called Dispatch, and he called me while I was at my W-2, and he had a job, and I saw the job pop up on my phone. Several, they kept sending it to me, up in the pay, adding bonuses, until they finally said, let me call. I guess they said, let me call her. So they called me while I was at my W-2, and they said, yeah, Tanshia, we got a job, blah, 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 and we want to know if you could do it. I said, yeah, I saw it. I said, but I'm at work right now, and I don't get off until 2:30. So they was like, oh, you work? So I said, yeah, I have a W-2. I'm at my job right now. I said I could do it after 2:30. If it could wait till then, no problem. They was like, sure, we could wait till then. And then the guy was like, let me ask you a question. He was like, do you do this full time or part time? I said, I do it part time, but when I get a cargo van, I'm gonna try to do it more full time. And he was like, you getting a cargo van? I said, yeah. So he was like, oh man, lock in my number. He said, my name is JJ, lock in my number. When you get the van, hit me up, because we be having so many jobs that we have to pass up in your area. Sometimes we don't have nobody with a cargo van to deliver it or whatever. So I was like, sure. So long story short, like I told you, I had to go to Fort Lauderdale to get my van. So on the way home, I got closer to home. I was like in between Anderson and Piedmont. So I was damn near home. Something said to call him, because I was trying to send in my information to update my information on the app, saying I got the van, boom, boom, send him all the information, and nobody would never respond. So I said, let me call him. Let me call JJ. So I called JJ. Luckily, he picked up the phone, and in that conversation, I reminded him who I was, and he remembered me, and he was happy to hear from me, because he had a job paying $190 and some change. I can't remember the total price. I know it was $190 and some change. And he was like, let me ask you a question. He was like, I got a job right now that I need somebody to pick it up. It's a one pickup, 4 stops, four drop offs. And he said, I need somebody with a cargo van. He said, are you close to Greer? I think I had to pick it up in Greer. I said, yeah, I'll be in Greer in about 30 minutes. He was like, awesome. He was like, I'm going to assign the job to you, and you could do it. So on my way home, I picked up I can't remember the date that I picked up my van, but let's just say I picked it up Wednesday, drove it back Thursday. Thursday I had my first order, almost $200, one job. Okay, so when people tell you that you can't make no money out here, don't believe them. It's still money out here. It's money for everybody. The transportation business is a 1 point whatever, I don't know what it is, 1 point something billion dollar industry, and it's still growing, and it's gonna grow. And also, in this day and age now, especially with Lowe's and Home Depot and Tractor Supply, I've noticed more deliveries. Reason being, they're doing a lot of same day deliveries. Who are they gonna call? Us, gig workers, to deliver it the same day. It's money. They're about to change the game. A lot of these stores is about to change the game, and I've been seeing it even on Saturdays and Sundays. I used to never see freight orders, go share orders, Tonquin. Like I would never see them blow up my phone like with so many orders on a weekend from Lowe's, Home Depot, Tractor Supply, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So it's been picking up a lot lately because a lot of people want their stuff delivered the same day, and they're paying that money to have it delivered the same day. And who else is going to deliver it the same day but us gig workers? So whether you have a car, a SUV with a trailer hitch on it, a cargo van, a sprinter van, because there's a difference. A cargo van or a sprinter van, there is money to be made out here. And I want to thank YouTube for opening up their platform back in they started in February, Valentine's Day of 2005. But I think it said they launched, I wrote it down, they launched on December 15th of 2005. I want to thank them for opening up this platform, because when I tell you, you can go on YouTube and find anything. You can find out anything on YouTube. How to put it together, how to build it, how to do anything. Even gossip, which I stay away from. I don't even watch gossipy shows anymore. But yeah, I want to thank YouTube for all of that, and for helping me find these long list of people that I watch on a daily basis. Till this day, I watch all of them. As soon as a video come through my feed, I watch them, because all of them post new videos every day. I want to try to get to do that. It's like so hard for me too. I want to get a body cam so I can really record my deliveries the way I want to, and learn how to. I'm really not into all that editing and thumbnails and all of that stuff. I'm really not into it. I like to just do like what I'm doing right now. Hardcore, raw, boom, here, this is me. Take it or leave it, however you want to do it, whatever. But yeah. So if you feel that gig work is something that you want to do, just test it out in your vehicle first, your personal vehicle. Just keep up with the oil changes, keep up with the maintenance, because I'm going to tell you, I had a 2019, like I said, Toyota Avalon. When my car got totaled, I had over 143,000 miles on that car, y'all. I had over 143,000 miles, so that tell you, and it was a 2019, and it got totaled April 2024. So that tells you how much I was driving that car. But that car took care of me, and I took care of that car. And I was upside down in that car because I had a Dodge Charger before that. And my Dodge Charger and my Avalon was brand new, straight off the showroom floor. So you know all of that negative equity. And I didn't have my Dodge Charger but maybe 2 years. A year and a half to 2 years before I traded it in for that 2019 Avalon. Okay? So all that negative equity went into that car. So you know I was upside down in that car. And I'm going to tell you why I say keep up with the maintenance and keep up with the wear and tear of your vehicle. Reason being, when that car got totaled, I almost lost my mind. I was like, how in the hell am I going to pay this car off? Because whatever the insurance company give me and whatever's left over, I would still have to pay that. Do y'all know that I only had to pay $1,500 out of pocket to finish paying off the car, because my insurance company said that that car was totaled, but it was still in such great shape, maintenance wise, interior, exterior wise, that it valued high. And plus Toyota has a good resale value on their cars. So know your stuff, people, before you just jump out there and just get anything and do anything. But still, don't let nobody stop you from doing what you want to do. If it's in your heart and mind and God said go out there and do it, go out there and do it. God been telling me to get on YouTube for the longest. God been telling me to go out here and work for myself for the longest. Yes, I'm still at my W-2, but trust me, I'm giving myself until March. I have a feeling that March is my stop date with my W-2. because I have a carrier company that is willing to pay me $2,000 to $4,000 a week to drive for them in my van. It's just OTR though, and OTR is over the road. OTR means I have to be on the road 3 weeks, 3 weeks out of the month, and a week off. But when I think about it, I know I could do it. Anything I put my mind to, I know I could do it. Just like getting my SUV, just like getting my van, just like me going out here. I made almost $200 a day. I didn't really get started until about almost 11 o'clock. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. I made about a little over $200. I think I made a little, yeah, I made a little over $200 today. So I'm gonna end this video because it's long, but I just wanted to get up here and give my little beginning of my story of how YouTube helped me find a lot of people and find a lot of information on their platform. And I suggest that a lot of y'all that want to get into this business do the same. All of these people, y'all can go back and watch this video and get the names of the people that I mentioned. And yeah, y'all could go down there. I might put all of their names in my description, so y'all can go to their pages and subscribe to their page. But yeah, YouTube definitely helped. So with that being said, I'm about to go to bed because I gotta get up and be to work at 6 in the morning. Y'all have a great one, and I'm out. Peace.